Okay, I just want to give a quick review on the Toepro passer that I was able to assemble. I didn't do too bad a job. I'm sure the more I make, the better I'll get. As you can see it here, it's got the automatic tilt. It's got the plastic behind it. It's got the rubber band for the tension. You can see the foot right there kind of snaps back on the platform when you let go to make it like a brace. It's I got a magnet on the bottom here so it'll stay steady. I still can't make the pass quite with one hand. I'm not that good yet. That's why I set up the camera the way I did so I can do it with two hands. You have to get used to not tilting. We've got so accustomed to tilting with the traditional triple threat. So I have to get that out of my memory that I don't have to lean forward, that it's already the trajectory is already gonna be at a downward angle. I don't need to compensate for that. So it's almost the opposite. When you're making longer passes, you wanna just pull back. I found out if I pull back further, I got all of this area to pull back. If I wanna make a short pass, I don't maybe have to pull back as far. So although there are a lot of benefits, the disadvantage is that until you get that out of your memory, the old triple threat quarterback, you're gonna struggle with this a little bit. You got to practice a lot more because the old triple threat quarterback, you pulled it back and you hit this. This lets you know when to stop. See, you don't need this anymore other than just a handle. You determine how much you want to put on it by how far back it goes. I mean, it goes all the way back here if you want to make a longer pass. So it's a good thing, but it's something that have to take getting used to. So what I'll do is I'm going to start with some short ones. I'm going to do about 8 or 10 short ones with just a regular felt ball. And another thing I noticed that we're so used to angling the ball down because we have to tilt. It's the opposite now. You want to make sure it's level. So you want to make sure it's level. Now you got a closer pass. I'm not going to pull it back that far. So I can hit a close one there. See, I don't need to pull it back that far. Okay, that one's off. It takes a little getting used to. Nothing that practice can't help. There. Then obviously it depends on the balls you're using, the footballs you're using. Oh, there you go. So he kind of pops back a little bit. So normally how I like them on a magnet, you need to really hold it with both hands, opposed to when I have the magnet. That foot pops down almost like he's finishing off his throw. So you want to make sure that you hold the base. But because of the rubber band, it kind of snaps back. So you want to hold. I like to glue my quarterbacks to the stand anyway. For a little more accuracy. There you go. But it takes off. I mean, it just really jumps off the arm. See, I'm only going about halfway because I know this is a closer pass. So go about halfway, let it go. Halfway, let it go. Okay? Now I moved them a little further away. So I'm going to pull back a little further. Okay? There you go. It just takes some practice. I mean, I really haven't, this is actually the first time I've thrown with this, with using both hands. Normally I was trying to do it with, there you go, with one hand, and because of that rubber band, it's got some torque on it. It was I wasn't able to control them as much with one hand. So, but I like it. I'm testing out a lot of quarterbacks. I got it's a little high. I got a quarterback coming from Reggie. I'm hoping it'll be here today. Pretty excited to try that one out. I got Geno's and got a couple other guys that said they make some, and I'm willing to try all of these. I like to experiment with all of them. I think They all have definitely some good qualities, and I like that everybody's kind of innovative and trying to come up with something to make the hobby more, more fun to play. But as you can see, it just jumps off there. It just takes some practice. I'm going to glue this guy to the stand because with that torque, and maybe it's just this base I have too. I'm going to get a better base. But with this base, it kind of, when I let go with the torque, it kind of moves. That's why a couple of these are off. So, but yeah, that's my review on it. I like it. I think the more I make, the better I'll get. This is my very first one, so it's probably not the greatest, but you can see the benefits of it with the automatic tilt. You can just get out of your memory from the old triple threat quarterback that you have to tilt. That's half of your battle right there. You've already tilted it, so you don't have to overcompensate and tilt anymore, or point the ball down. That's a big no-no. If you point the ball down, you're probably going to be short unless the guy is really close. And then you'd have to point the ball down and just give it a little flick, opposed to pulling it back here for the longer throws. So that's my review.